Well, we're back again with another idea, and this one is just to give you an idea of some possibilities once again. You don't have to do exactly the same thing, just trying to give you some ideas as to things you can do to take a nice portrait and turn it into kind of a special effect very easily. I'm going to start off, as we often do, by duplicating the background layer. Command-J on the Mac, Control-J for Windows, and you can see that makes a copy layer. And on that layer, we're going to go Adjustment and Threshold, and we're going to play with this. Now this is where the experimentation comes in. You want to not blow it out so much that all the detail is gone, but I'm trying to keep just a little bit so you can just barely see the outline of her nose, something like that. Now it'll depend a lot, of course, on the portrait or the image you're working with. Click OK. And then it's simply a matter of changing the blend mode to one of the other modes like lighten. Now I'm just going to use the move tool, and Shift plus is a great way to go through the various blend modes. You can see each time I do, some of them end up looking kind of like a watercolor. I think we're going to stick with something like either this, where it's completely blown out, or something like that. So that's one possibility. We can also take it a step further by, once we've done the threshold, take our magic wand and click somewhere on the black, and then go into the select menu and choose similar, just to make sure we're getting all the black. Now we're going to hide this layer and go on to the background layer, and then press Command or Control J. In this case, because we have something selected, it'll just copy that onto its own layer. And if I hide the background for a moment, you can see what we have there. So at this point, now we can simply add a new layer below, and it's easy to do that holding down either the Command key or the Control key as you click on the new layer button, and that will just automatically put the layer below. And then we have a couple of options. We can either fill it with white to get that kind of completely blown out look, or we could go back to the eyedropper, back to our background layer, and pick up one of her flesh type colors and then fill our layer with that, so we get a slightly different effect. Bottom line is, of course, we haven't altered the original because the first step we did was to create a copy layer. But as you can see, there are lots of interesting possibilities, and you can combine these together. Whoops, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why nothing's happening. I was going to say, why is nothing happening? There we go. Combine them together and play around with opacity and all kinds of interesting things to get the effect you want. So start with that idea and make it your own. As you probably know by now, my name's Dave Cross, but you may not know, I'm also sometimes known as Nick. Thanks for watching this movie. We'll see you next time. Have a good holiday season.